Good to see you again, crime fighters, or at least good for you to see me, because I can't see you. That's how television works. But I'm Chris Wright, your host for Calhoun County's Most Wanted, with Chief Deputy Matthew Wade. Matthew, it is definitely good to see you. I can see you.
Yes, it is good to see you, Chris. I'm glad I can't see what everybody's doing in their house. That's kind of gave me a bad thought.
You know, some people think that you can. And actually, with some of the technology now, there's some fear that in some cases people actually can do that. But
you know, you hear crazy stories all the time. But
some of these smart TVs that have got a camera to help you be able to turn it on and off, change channels by moving your hands, they can see stuff.
You know, way above my educational boundaries doesn't reach that high. So.
I promise you, we are not doing any of that. We are just asking for you to share information with us. That's what this show is all about, and has been very successful for over 10 years now. And one of the reasons, of course, mostly it's just people that want to improve their own community and do the right thing, but it also does help that there's reward money out there.
Absolutely. Crime Stoppers is being revamped. We talked about it on the show for a number of years, but we're now getting the Chamber of Commerce involved, and they met with all the mayors, and they're getting on board, helping out, trying to come up with ways to encourage people to share their information. With these shows that are on TV, it's all about the scientific part, makes it interesting for TV, but what really, really helps us in real world is people that get involved and share what they know.
Absolutely, and folks have been doing a great job of that for 10 years now, and the business community stepping up to help make it more beneficial to the people that call in that information. So yes, there is some reward money out there. You can get some of it if you share some good information, and you don't even have to tell us who you are when you call the Crime Stoppers number. That's 256-238-1414. They're going to ask you for that information, but they're never going to ask for your name. And you think, well, how am I going to get my reward money? Well, they've got a code system worked out. They're going to give you a number that you'll be able to use to claim your reward.
Absolutely, and more importantly, we need the information and not your name. And with that revamping of Crime Stoppers, last week we aired that we air the information on the rapists that had raped 2 senior adults in the past 2 Julys, and since we re-aired that, we've gotten some more tips in, and doing your part, and that's what we need, and that's what solves crimes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and see what we did this past week.
4 people arrested, all because you got involved and let us know where they were at or gave us information about them. It brings the total count to 3,138 people put behind bars, all because of you.
That's awesome. So let's keep up the good work. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup, and then we'll talk to somebody who was recently... Well, he was almost arrested by somebody who didn't have the power to arrest him. We'll get into all that a little bit later on here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Congratulations, Sheriff Amerson, John Garlick, and Matthew Wade, my friends, for 10 years of Calhoun County's Most Wanted and over 3,000 arrests. Way to go, guys.
Congratulations, Calhoun County's Most Wanted and Crime Stoppers, for 10 great years. And thank you to the citizens of Calhoun County for putting 3,000 people behind the bars. Yay!
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth-free, a wretch
like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, Sad.
Just lost.
But now I am.
Sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Hi, I'm Katina Houston with Family Links, and this is the Parenting Tip of the Week. Back talk is a growing problem among children in our society. While individual incidents of sassiness are commonplace and not that alarming, an escalating pattern of back talk needs to be taken seriously and dealt with firmly. When back talk goes unchecked, children can lose the necessary respect they must have for their parents and gain an inappropriate amount of control in the home. So why do children back talk? It's basically power-seeking and attention-getting behavior. It doesn't help that our culture portrays children spouting sarcastic one-liners as powerful and entertaining in countless sitcoms, movies, and books. Parents need to respond to back talk immediately and very, very calmly, or it will continue to escalate. If you adopt an outraged look and yell out, "What did you say?" then you have just given the child what she was looking for, attention and reaction. School yourself to address this problem calmly and dispassionately, and you'll be more effective that way. Instead, interrupt the back talk in a warning tone by saying, "Wait, start over." If your child checks himself and speaks respectfully the second time, let the incident pass. If it continues, say, "When someone speaks to me that rudely and disrespectfully, it drains me of any energy, generosity, or goodwill I might have for them. Because of this, I'm no longer willing to drive you to soccer practice, serve you dessert, buy you those new shoes, or whatever privilege the child was counting on enjoying next." Then calmly walk out of the room and separate yourself from any tantrums that follow. Also, when back talk happens during family time, instantly remove the child from the activity. Say, "That kind of talk is unacceptable and it shows me you do not want to be here with the rest of us." Send the child to the room for the rest of the activity. Remember, don't let back talk become a pattern of relating. Curb it calmly and quickly with a logical consequence. For more helpful parenting tips, please call Family Links at 256-820-5911.
All right, here we go with the lineup for this week's Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up, Justice King from Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for breaking and entering a vehicle. William Good of Oxford has not been good, wanted for receiving stolen property second degree. Andrietta Bolding of Anniston, theft of property first degree and negotiating with a non-negotiable instrument, that's passing bad checks. Christopher Nicholson of Piedmont, wanted for failure to appear for possession of a forged instrument second degree and fraudulent use of a credit card. Gary Parker from Anniston, wanted on a probation violation for obstructing justice using a false ID. Linda Cole from Weaver, wanted on bond revocation for possession of burglar's tools. Janita Johnson of Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for possession of marijuana second degree. And Jalen Montero of Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for possession of marijuana second degree. That's just the first half of this week's lineup. We'll have more for you in just a few minutes. If you have any information about these people, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. And I noticed that in the lineup there, we did have somebody from Weaver. Well, we just happen to have the mayor of Weaver here. Mayor Willis, did you see anybody you recognize there in the lineup?
No, I did not, thank God.
Okay. All right. You're not withholding information here and protecting somebody, are you?
I am not, no.
Okay, because we can arrest you.
I know you would.
We're not from the FBI,
right.
Which is something we have in common with the individual who recently did try to arrest you.
Right.
We can't do this interview without at least talking about that, can we, Matthew?
Absolutely, and we're grinning about it now just because it turned out well. So.
Right.
But it was a very serious possibility there of some bad things happening. So tell us what did happen.
Well, first, when John contacted me and asked me to be on Calhoun County's Most Wanted, I thought, in what capacity?
Yeah.
It was actually a very dangerous situation, not so much for me as it was for the girls in the water department. And we've taken measures to correct it since then, but we were very lax in our security. And in essence, an individual came in, he was armed, had a fake badge, and he was there under the pretense to arrest me. And he became more and more agitated, and as it progressed, he tried to force his way into the city hall. And eventually the girls in the water department were able to de-escalate the situation and get him to leave, but it was potentially very volatile. And not so much concern for me as it was for the girls in the water department and other city employees. So,
and anybody that hears you say we were lax on security, don't take that as a cue that you can get away with something, because you've changed things now, haven't you?
Yes, we've spent quite a bit of money updating City Hall. And I can't go into all the details, obviously, but we've added quite a few security measures to protect our employees in the future.
All right. There's absolutely nothing that you can do to be completely safe in today's society. If somebody has something going wrong in their mind, they can do some bad things, but we do need to do what we can.
Sure, and and the individual did not know me. He said he wouldn't have known me if he saw me walking the street. So obviously he doesn't know that I am a retired police officer and tactical officer. So had he tried to arrest me, he would have had his hands full.
So what was he theoretically trying to arrest you for?
He was there because he said it's illegal to be a part-time mayor in Alabama. And there's no hours for mayors. Mayors don't punch a time clock. You may be there at 8 o'clock at night. You may be there, and leave at 3. It doesn't matter. So he just didn't have a clue what he was there for, and it was bad.
Mental illness.
Yes.
And mental illness, and we deal with that on a routine basis. And people that have a mental illness, a lot of times it doesn't turn out well, and that's the reason why we got a law passed for Calhoun County for a mental health officer. And try to help people that get that way.
Of course, that's the big thing that's had you in the news recently, but that's not why you're here on the show. We want to talk about what's going on in the city of Weaver. It's right there in the heart of Calhoun County,
right.
And it's an area that some people just kind of bypass and don't realize what's happening right here in the middle of everything. So tell us about Weaver and what's going on.
Sure, that's one of our goals. We want Weaver to be a destination, not a pass-through going to Jacksonville. So the first thing we had to do was get our employees and the council and the committees to not only think outside of the box, but realize there is not a box. And it's easy to rest on, this is a small town, there's not much we can do. And we've changed that perception. We're doing a lot of things in Weaver. The biggest project we have going right now is our park upgrades. We have got a park that's going to be something similar to Oxford Lake, shy of the splash park. But we'll have a playground facility that's second to none. In fact, when I say second to none, the slide in our initial drawings was at 13 foot, and they said that was equal to the tallest slide in the state of Alabama. And I said, well, I want it to be a 13.1. So you'll be seeing signs in Weaver, home of the tallest slide in the state of Alabama.
Now, is there a weight limit?
I hope not. I plan on being the first one down the slide.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we got that going on, and then everyone that's watched the news over the last 20 years knows that Jacksonville Street has been a problem for us. But crews should be arriving in Jacksonville Street this week to start resurfacing. So that's another big project. So we've had quite a few hurdles that we had to get past, but we are definitely moving in the right direction. We've picked up quite a few new businesses, and business means revenue, and revenue we can put back into the city. So I'm proud of the direction Weaver's going. The citizens have been very patient with me to get some things done. So I'm grateful for everyone around me. I am very lucky to have people supporting me from the back.
And some of those new businesses are businesses that bring people in to visit the city and see what's going on.
Yes, we've got the Classic at Buckhorn, which is basically the Classic on Noble. It's the same people, the same Mashburn family, same chefs, and it's an amazing place. If you haven't had lunch there, it's great. It's just a little bit more affordable dining, which is great because you're getting the classic food, but you're getting it in the working class lunch menu. So it's close. It's good for people that are in that area working. They can stop and have lunch, and it's the same price as a combo meal at a drive-through.
All right.
Yeah, it's great food. We got that in the grocery store, which is doing very well. We've got the e-cigarette on Highway 21 next to Heroes. So we're growing. We're growing very fast, and I'm very happy with the growth.
And a really cool event that's coming up this Saturday. We need to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to tell you why this Saturday would be a great time to visit the city of Weaver when we come back on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Congratulations on Calhoun County Most Wanted and Crime Stoppers for 10 years on the air and 3,000 arrests.
Congratulations to Calhoun County's Most Wanted, 10 years on the air, and the Crime Stoppers for their 3,000 arrests. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
And here we go with the second half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. If you recognize someone, please call Calhoun County Sheriff Larry Amerson or Calhoun County Crime Stoppers and let us know where they can be found. Shanquan Johnson of Anniston is wanted for not paying child support. He owes $4,668. Philip Taylor from Piedmont wanted for failure to appear for resisting arrest. Willie Bush of Anniston wanted for non-payment of child support. He owes $14,654. Kelly Hefner of Oxford also wanted for non-payment of child support. She owes $14,686. Michael Young of Anniston wanted for failure to appear for child support. Kendall Finley of Anniston also wanted for non-payment of child support. He owes $32,507. Candrace Phillips of Alexandria wanted for non-payment of child support. She owes $2,600. If you have any information about these cases, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. They want your information, not your name. All right, well, off camera, we've been talking about things that you should not do on the new slide at Weaver once that park is finished. But Mayor Willis, let's talk about things that we do want to do in the city of Weaver. We've got a big fun day coming up on Saturday, I believe, what, 9 to 2?
Yes. Actually, we have several things that are going on. The Weaver Alumni Association is doing a public yard sale where people for $5 can bring all of their yard sale items and sell. So we'll have people selling and purchasing. And then we also have the Weaver Volunteer Fire Department has a car show and fun day going on. So they're raising money, and all of the proceeds will be going to the Weaver Volunteer Fire Department. So it should be a fun day at Weaver City Park Saturday.
Live music as well. I know that Amberson Baggett Band is going to be out there, and I know Ted Amberson is a really good musician, so that should be a lot of fun.
Right.
So get the music out there. You got the shopping.
Yep.
Some barbecue as well, I understand.
Yes.
$5 a plate, I think.
Correct.
So
it's going to be just your typical fun day. We can get out, enjoy the sunshine, and just have a family day and support your community.
If you live in the Weaver area, obviously you want to get there. If you're from Weaver, good chance to get back and see people you haven't seen in a long time. But if you're not from the Weaver area, if you're from some other part of Calhoun County or the surrounding area, it's a good opportunity to get in, enjoy the city, and see a little bit about what your neighbors are all about.
Right, and the park is located right behind City Hall. So when you drive into the center of Weaver, if you look for City Hall, the park is right behind it. There's a huge parking lot. It's all paved. There's facilities there, so come out and enjoy us.
All right, so how long have you been mayor now?
Well, on and off. I started in '98. When my dad passed, I took over his council seat. And then in '04, I was the mayor to '08, and then I left and then came back. So kind of on and off for 12 years.
What would you say is the biggest accomplishment in that time?
The biggest accomplishments have come, well, it's kind of twofold, because when I was mayor last time, we did the skateboard park. We did the BMX trail. This time we're doing the playground and fixing some roads and building business. So every day, I think, is a landmark that we're hitting. I set quite a few goals for myself, and so far I'm hitting all the goals, but I've got to get more now.
So how is that skate park doing now down the road? Is it still in good shape, or a lot of people using it?
Oh yeah, it stays busy. And I'd like to add some obstacles to go with that, as well as expand on the BMX. We have a state qualifier at the BMX trail. So any Saturday, there's events going on there. There's people enjoying it. So yes, Weaver Park's a great place.
BMX, you got the bikes on it, but you've also got the Ladiga Trail coming through there.
Yes.
I'm sure you see a lot of traffic on that.
Yes, and that's one of the things that we're doing to kind of bring Weaver Park into the Ladiga Trail. We're going to be cutting down that berm and that tree line that fits between the trail and the park. So when you come down the trail, you'll actually see the whole park and be combined with it. So that's going to help us as well.
And Matthew, how's your BMX career going?
You know, I got the scars to prove it, but I like things that pedal for me now, as you can tell by my appearance.
So you're not doing the skate park either?
You know, that's just not for bigger people.
But the barbecue on Saturday?
I'm all about it.
There you go.
I can hurt them for the $5 barbecue. They're going to say that was a bad deal on their part. Be a good deal on my part.
How about the population of Weaver? Is Weaver growing?
I don't know that we're really growing as far as households, because we had some households that were vacated when the fort left. But we're filling empty houses now, which is good. And the population is growing in terms of we have less transient rental property. We have people that are moving to Weaver to live there. And that's what I want, because that's the people that have a vested interest. And that's the people that's going to raise a family. And that's the people that's going to take my job eventually. So as long as we have people in Weaver that plan to stay and they want to make the place better, then yeah, we're definitely moving in the right direction of growth.
How's the wrestling program at the school?
Weaver's always been a strong wrestling team. I wrestled there in '82.
A lot of state championships, and I know we recently lost the coach that won several of those championships.
Yes, Weaver's always going to be a strong wrestling program, and it's that legacy, because once you get a group that's good, the group coming up wants to be as good or better. So it kind of builds on itself. So yes, Weaver's going to be strong in wrestling. And now, you know, talking to Coach Hamby, I think the football team is going to be pretty good this year too. So go Bearcats.
All right, sounds good.
Yes.
Well, always good to see you, Mayor.
Thank you.
And if people want to find out more about the city of Weaver, how can they do that?
We have the website, cityofweaver.org. We also have, everyone knows Lieutenant Plitt's virtual cup of coffee on Facebook. If you go to City of Weaver on Facebook, Lieutenant Plitt does updates for the police department and basically just talks about things that's going on in the city. So he has a huge following. It's people from all over the country, surprisingly, are following Lieutenant Plitt's webpage. So yeah, come to City of Weaver on Facebook and see what we got going on.
Of course, the best thing is to actually just drive into town and see it for yourself.
Yes, sir. Have lunch while you're there.
Saturday's the perfect day to do that. Again, fun activities happening throughout the day with the music, the food, the classic cars, and the big yard sale. Something for everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the Crime Stoppers segment of the show and our Crazy Criminal of the Week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Congratulations to Calhoun County's Crime Stoppers and the Most Wanted program that airs on the TV all the time, and for being on the air for 10 years, and also for arresting over 3,000 people. Great job, guys.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
And it's time for the Crime Stoppers segment of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Hopefully you'll recognize one of these places and know what happened, so you can share some information with us. On July 8th, a residence on McLean Drive in Oxford was broken into. You see that residence here. A television, Xbox, and some Xbox games were stolen. Sometime between July 7th and July 12th, this residence on Grayton Road South in Ohatchee was broken into. Damage was done to the residence. Nothing has been reported stolen at this time. Between July 13th and 14th, this residence on Rock Quarry Road in Oxford was broken into. A 40-inch television was stolen here. It's a Toshiba. Between July 13th and 14th, this residence on Morgan Street in Anniston was broken into. They stole a computer and 2 televisions. Between May 1st and June 25th, a portable emergency road battery pack and Craftsman air compressor were stolen from a residence on Fish Hatchery Road in East Aboga. If you have any information about any of these cases, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers at 256-238-1414. They want your information, not your name, and you could receive a cash reward.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
The Crazy Criminal of the Week is sponsored by Systems by Design, Simply Smart Security. Find out how they can protect your home or business at systemsbydesign.org.
All right, our crazy criminal this week, Matthew, I'm sure you've had several people over your career who were reluctant to give you their real name, right?
Just a couple of times.
Some of them give you a false name.
Sometimes, yes.
Did they at least know how to spell it?
You know, you tell on yourself. Let's just say, when you're not, the old saying is, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember what you say.
Right.
That's pretty frequent. That happens.
Our crazy criminal this week is an individual who was being interrogated by police for a traffic violation. He decided to give them a false name, but then when they asked him to spell it, he couldn't do it. He gave him like 5 or 6 different spellings. Then he decided on a different name, which was actually his brother's name. And then he just decided to run. He took off running.
Yeah.
Another bad decision.
You know what? Then he just goes to jail tired.
Yeah.
That's not a good deal. And plus, you lie, in Alabama, if you lie to law enforcement in a course of investigation, that's a felony. And just don't do it, because you just got, instead of getting arrested for what you did wrong, now you're getting another charge. And if you run, you just, like I said, you just go to jail tired.
Yes. Putting bad decision on top of bad decision. It's going to catch up with you. Time has caught up with us. That's all that we have for this week. We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost,
but now I am.
sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Attention Alabama, a stop payment notice has been issued on all vehicles in your area. Don't make another payment on your current car. Bring your vehicle directly to the Kia stores. Because right now, you get $5,000 minimum for any trade towards the purchase of any select new Kia in stock. Drive home a new 2014 Kia Soul or a 2014 Kia Rio for just $111 per month. Or drive home 2 for $222. Plus, if you have a job bringing home $350 per week, we want to approve your credit. Only at the Kia stores.
Nobody beats a Kia store deal. Nobody.